Yo, what up, YouTube? What up, boxing fans? E-King Fight News back at it, man. Roy Jones Jr. and Manny Pacquiao may have a lot in common. As we remember, Roy Jones, at one point, we thought he was an all-time great. And you know what? He is an all-time great for what he accomplished in boxing. But he's not a top 10 all-time great because of what his career was after he got knocked out. After Roy Jones Jr. got knocked out cold by Antonio Tarver. Much like Manny Pacquiao, they were both all-time greats. But after that, you could just see he was a completely different fighter. He simply was not the same fighter after he got knocked out by Antonio Tarver. He then went on to face Tarver in a rematch, and it just simply wasn't the same guy. It was a decision, and Roy Jones was so tentative in that fight. He probably had his guard up for at least half the fight. He was up against the rope with his hands up. And it was just such a shell of the Roy Jones we came to know and remember. Now, if we consider Manny Pacquiao, stylistically, he has some similarities to Roy Jones. Roy Jones was an outside fighter. He'd come in, pot shot you, he'd throw quick flurry combinations, he'd throw sickening, very good body shots. And in my opinion, he was just slightly technically better than Manny Pacquiao because he was more defensive. He was known for rarely getting hit and always winning rounds. He was known for rarely losing a round. While Manny Pacquiao, it's not a surprise for him to lose a round here or there, but he was known for, coming back and knocking his man out. Well, unfortunately, we haven't seen that Manny Pacquiao as of yet, and the last time we saw him, he needed smelling salts to wake up, because he was sleeping in the ring. But Manny Pacquiao, man, he will always be known as one of the best Filipino fighters of all time. He will always be known as maybe one of the greatest featherweights of all time. However, at the welterweight division, he has declined. Much like popular fighters like Oscar De La Hoya, they simply could not handle the skill and the size of, the top elite welterweights, and the athleticism and the defensive ability. There's a lot of different aspects that welterweights like Floyd Mayweather, Tim Bradley, Juan Manuel Marquez bring to the table. And Pacquiao has not been able to deal with those qualities. Let's be honest here. And let's be more honest. Manny Pacquiao has a great chance of ending up like Roy Jones if he gets knocked out and continues fighting. And you know what? I'll let you know that Manny Pacquiao probably emulates Roy Jones. And if I were to tell you that Roy Jones is one of Manny Pacquiao's favorite fighters, what would you think about that? Would you think that maybe he would mimic his style and make it more based on athletic ability and speed rather than defense? And later in his career, we know that fighters that depend on reflexes, speed, and they get into wars often have shortened careers. So, hear it from Manny Pacquiao himself, who reveals his favorite fighters in this sound clip.
Favorite Manny Pacquiao, who's your favorite boxer?
Aside from Manny Pacquiao.
Aside from Manny Pacquiao, I have a lot of favorite boxer like De La Hoya, Cesar Chavez, Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones Jr.
Okay, let's see. De La Hoya, someone who liked to train and get into wars. In his height of heights, we remember him versus Shane Mosley in the first fight, and against Fernando Vargas. That was somewhat of a war. Julio Cesar Chavez, come on. Need I say any more? Roy Jones Jr., the other guy. You see what I'm saying here? Manny Pacquiao might emulate Roy Jones Jr. the way he doesn't want to, as he walks down his footsteps after getting knocked out cold. How is he going to respond? The truth is we have no fucking clue. But we know what history tells us. We know that even the greatest of fighters could not properly recover against, fighters that were greatly underestimated. Glen Johnson, the guy who knocked out Roy Jones, was not a hard hitter. He was never known for a big puncher, but he was known for getting in people's chests. He was known for fighting on the inside, something that Roy Jones was not a master of, something that Manny Pacquiao is not a master of. There's so many similarities between the style of fighter that Roy Jones lost to and that Manny Pacquiao is facing right now. And maybe comparison to Glen Johnson, Brandon Rios probably hits harder. And like Ego said, he had trouble making 140 against Mike Alvarado. He had to weigh in naked, man. He's gonna definitely hydrate much better at 147 and be a stronger Brandon Rios. So what's Manny Pacquiao gonna do? Because we don't know how he's gonna take a punch. We don't know where his chin is at. We don't know where his mind is at. And we don't know where his legs are at. So I think I've said enough. Let me know what you guys think. Manny Pacquiao's got to be careful because his next fight, his career's on the line. And he's got to show up. So, sometimes you can train as hard as you want, but your body in the moment might not show up when you want it to. That's what happens to Roy Jones. Anyways, let me know what you guys think it is, what it is. Peace out, take care.